BlackRock, Incorporated is an American multinational investment company based in New York City. Founded in 1988, initially as an enterprise risk management and fixed income institutional asset manager, BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager, with $8.59 trillion in assets under management as of December 31, 2022. BlackRock operates globally with 70 offices in 30 countries and clients in 100 countries. BlackRock is the manager of the iShares group of exchange-traded funds, and along with the Vanguard Group and State Street, it is considered to be one of the big three index fund managers. Its Latin software keeps track of investment portfolios for many major financial institutions, and its BlackRock Solutions division provides financial risk management services. BlackRock is ranked 184th on the Fortune 500 list of the largest United States corporations by revenue. So, in this video, we will talk about BlackRock, American multinational investment company based in New York City. Hello, and welcome to Miracle Makers. Hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon for more informative and amazing videos. Let's get started. 1988. BlackRock was founded in 1988 by Larry Fink, Robert S. Capito, Susan Wagner, Barbara Novick, Ben Golub, Hugh Frater, Ralph Schlosstein, and Keith Anderson to provide institutional clients with asset management services from a risk management perspective. Fink, Capito, Golub, and Novick had worked together at First Boston, where Fink and his team were pioneers in the mortgage-backed securities market in the United States. During Fink's tenure, he had lost $90 million as head of First Boston. 1999. In September 1999, BlackRock became a public company, selling shares at $14 each via an initial public offering on the New York Stock Exchange. By the end of 1999, BlackRock was managing $165 billion in assets. BlackRock grew both organically and by acquisition. Before proceeding further, make sure to subscribe to this channel for informative and amazing videos. 2010. In February 2010, to raise capital needed during the financial crisis, Barclays sold its Global Investors Unit, BGI, which included its exchange-traded fund business, iShares, to BlackRock for $13.5 billion, and Barclays acquired a near 20% stake in BlackRock. On April 1, 2011, BlackRock was added as a component of the S&P 500 stock market index. In 2013, Fortune listed BlackRock on its annual list of the world's 50 most admired companies. In 2014, BlackRock's $4 trillion under management made it the world's biggest asset manager. At the end of 2014, the Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute reported that 65% of BlackRock's assets under management were made up of institutional investors. 2020 present. In January 2020, PNC Financial Services sold its stake in BlackRock for $14.4 billion. In March 2020, the Federal Reserve chose BlackRock to manage two corporate bond buying programs in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The $500 billion Primary Market Corporate Credit Facility, PMCCF, and the Secondary Market Corporate Credit Facility, SMCCF, as well as purchased by the Federal Reserve of Commercial Mortgage-Backed Securities, CMBS, guaranteed by Government National Mortgage Association, Fannie Mae, or Freddie Mac. In August 2020, BlackRock received approval from the China Securities Regulatory Commission to set up a mutual fund business in the country. This made BlackRock the first global asset manager to get consent from the Chinese government to start operations in the country. Investments and contributors to climate change. As of December 2018, BlackRock was the world's largest investor in coal-fired power stations, holding shares worth $11 billion in 56 companies in the industry. BlackRock owned more oil, gas, and thermal coal reserves than any other investment management company, with total reserves amounting to 9.5 gigatons of CO2 emissions, or 30% of total energy-related emissions from 2017. Investments in gun manufacturers. In May 2018, anti-gun protesters held a demonstration outside the company's annual general meeting in Manhattan. After discussions with firearms manufacturers and distributors, on April 5, 2018, BlackRock introduced two new exchange-traded funds, ETFs, that exclude stocks of gun makers and large gun retailers such as Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, Kroger, Sturm Ruger, American Outdoor Brands, and Vista Outdoor, and removed the stocks from 7 existing ESG funds. Criticism of investments in China. In August 2021, BlackRock set up its first mutual fund in China after raising over $1 billion from 111,000 Chinese investors. BlackRock became the first foreign-owned company allowed by the Chinese government to operate a wholly owned business in China's mutual fund industry. Writing in the Wall Street Journal, George Soros described BlackRock's initiative in China as a tragic mistake that would damage the national security interests of the U.S. and other democracies. In October 2021, nonprofit group Consumers Research launched an ad campaign criticizing BlackRock's relationship with the Chinese government. Finances. In 2020, the nonprofit American Economic Liberties Project issued a report highlighting the fact that the big 3 asset management firms, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, manage over $15 trillion in combined global assets under management, an amount equivalent to more than 3/4 of U.S. gross domestic product. The report called for structural reforms and better regulation of the financial markets. In 2021, BlackRock managed over $10 trillion in assets under management, about 40% of the GDP of the United States, nominal $25.347 trillion in 2022. Latest news updates about BlackRock's. Global investment giant BlackRock recently made headlines with a strategic move. The company, known for its expertise in managing assets, has increased its stake in Kim Kardashian's ventures. This partnership aims to leverage Kim's influence in the fashion and beauty industry to differentiate their portfolio. It's a union of entertainment and finance that's turning heads. If you found this exploration intriguing, don't miss out on our future videos. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more insightful content. Your support drives us to delve deeper into the stories that shape our world.